Hi, Isabella. Jeff here. I'm going to be adding this video to my artificial intelligence topics and solutions and ethics series on my YouTube channel. And I just saw that the post you just made about it looks like it's an article here in Rest of World about how to teach artificial intelligence to speak with a perfect accent. And the main idea is that voice actors are training in a regular way the very technology that will replace them. And this is funny because I've actually done a lot of voice actor stuff, or let's say voice artist. I've been a voice artist for a lot of the videos that we do at SAP for our how to and what's new videos for a lot of our products. I was called The Voice. They named me The Voice in the French office because I did a lot of products for about 3 or 4 years. And and so I mean, from the experience of having done that, I've done probably 50 or 60 videos in English on different products, and the time that it took to create those was we tried to do it so I would try to do it in one session, but there were times I had to do it a lot. And the hard thing in that is the actual content. And I actually it was funny, this ended up being a fellowship or a 6 month, 8 month project that I went and did to be able to improve that. I went and worked in a team to improve all the content. So it would make it that the scripts would be better to be able to do for a voice artist, because the way the scripts are written is usually to read, not to speak. Okay, and so I had to kind of do this for project. I think I did this in one of my videos on doing captions and stuff. And that turned into doing captions, subtitles too. A lot of that. But the experience in doing the actual voice artist work and here the voice actors is a little bit more in depth because of when you're a voice artist, you're spontaneously doing a script, you're creating your script as you go, or you're using a script, you're using talking points to be able to explain something, okay? And you might not actually see you, right? Or a person. It might just be a thing happening, some demo or something. You're talking, you're explaining it, right? Voice actors are different because you're actually having the voice actors are different because what you need to be doing is doing the voicing with the intonation in a way that is coordinated with the usually it's a character in the film that's doing something, right? Or it could even be a person. You're actually doing a dubbing of another language for the person that's actually speaking, and the number of factors that are involved in doing this is incredible. The number of things that you have to juggle to actually make this happen. And I'm speaking from a voice artist point of view, where I just have a certain amount of time I need to kind of fit it into, where I don't have to do it like a voice actor is even more specific because you got to do it during the actual time that they're moving their lips, right? And they're singing a song or whatever, right? All this comes into play. It's a lot of things happening and it's really. We spent 8 months. I spent 8 month fellowship kind of project working on this just for the voice artist stuff, and breaking it down and actually making it so that we could write better scripts to do all this. The amount of things that we had to keep in mind when I was doing my workshops and how to do this and prove it was a lot. And I don't think that even with all the training we can do and the scripts, all this stuff is scripted stuff, right? So I really don't think that if we took scripts and try to improve, even with voiceover scripts and things, even with the intonation and all that, we're not going to be able to get AI to actually do and replace the people, because the things that they're actually doing are they're doing this in a way that is adapted for that specific. They're actors, right? And so actors have to have a feeling. A great movie on this right now is called Babylon. Babylon is a great movie to actually see how improvising and everything comes into play, even if there's a script. And Babylon is just happening right now in the beginning of February, right? So came out in the end of January, beginning of February. And AI can only learn the things we've given it. it'll try to improve, it'll try to generate things, but it can't generate what it doesn't know. Social knowledge, I've talked about social knowledge in my IIS series here too as well, and it doesn't have those things. So yes, we're training it with scripts. Yes, we're training it with intonation at certain points, but there are so many factors involved. The people are doing this in real time to create the script, and the feelings and things they have to do to make that happen. I don't really think that it's going to replace anybody. What it will do, what it will do, and I think will happen, is it can replace certain types of basic things. Like I could think of like how-to videos, basic things, like repetitive things, speech to text or text to speech for a number of types of tutorials and stuff like that. Yeah, I could do that. But going to the we're going to the thing that will replace the voice artists and the voice actors on things that have a lot of play on the way that you say things, the way that you do the intonation, the way that you're doing. Even the accent is not all the things, right? You can get we can get text to speech systems to get close to imitating an accent. I mean, we've done this already, right? For a certain number of languages, the majority, the FIGS languages. I mean, and still with the accent, there's some that they still sound robotic, right? And I've dealt with this where people want to know, can we just do without the voice artist, right? For videos in the company, for customer videos. It might be work for internal training, could work for general things, but we're not to a point, even to any of this, that we could replace the voice artist with any of these languages, because there's one of the key things here is the vocabulary. All this corporate vocabulary, all this government vocabulary, all this big institution vocabulary just kills it, right? So I mean, I don't want to do more than, I mean, I could talk about this for a lot more, but and I can cover a lot of examples. And I've actually done it in some of my video series, not my AI solutions one, but I've done it in other ones. Look up my caption and subtitling video, and I talk a lot about more of this and how I had to adjust things. But I think that it's really hard to train the system to do this because of these number of different factors, and all this is different areas of linguistics. It's funny, I'm taking Dutch right now, and I'm going through explaining the different in an Excel class, and I was talking about the different areas of linguistics, and it's really interesting to explain these different. These are all sociolinguistics and pragmatics and discourse analysis and all these kind of things that are areas that require so much research that even all the AI apps, we can throw this in all the machine learning we can apply to it. It can't replace it. We can do certain tasks, certain things, but we're not there at all to be able to do it at the level that we're talking about for films and movies and all these kinds of things. So I think we're a long ways away. We can improve it. We are, but I do it, and I do it this, and I'm working on this thing in productive mode, right? I'm not just doing the research. I'm doing it where we're actually using it. We're doing these things, and we're trying to, and we're not even close to where people are accepting it to be able to replace people, voice actors, to do it, because it just doesn't sound natural enough, right? Despite all the neural stuff we're doing, despite all the great ML and AI stuff we're applying, it can't, and it gives the vocabulary. I'm not getting. That's a whole nother topic, right? So, involved in this. So, okay. So, thanks so much. That's my thoughts, at least on this topic.